Before you start listening, let me give you a little warning. This is not a perfect narration. I didn't hire a professional narrator to read this book, and I didn't turn it over to an AI program to create a flawless voice. I decided to read it to you myself. So you're going to hear a few pauses, a few hiccups, and the occasional stumble over a word. I may even have to start a sentence over again from time to time. But that's okay, because it's me. It's my voice, telling you my story in the same imperfect way that I would tell it to you if you were sitting here right beside me. I could have hired a professional narrator and produced a much more polished recording. I could have used an artificial voice that never stumbles, never pauses, and never gets tired. But that wouldn't be me. And I thought you might prefer to hear your grandpa's imperfect voice rather than a perfect professional voice or an artificial one that exists only in the cloud. So please forgive the occasional mistake. Just listen to the story, because every word is mine, every memory is mine, every lesson comes from my lifetime experience. And if I stumble once in a while, well, that's just Grandpa being Grandpa. Hello, I'm Jim Hutton. Thank you for wanting to spend some time with me. I originally wrote this book for my granddaughter. My hope is the lessons I learned over nearly 8 decades will help her, and perhaps help you as well as you encounter the roadblocks life inevitably places in your path. Some stories are worth reading. Others are worth hearing from the person who lived them. This is my story. Roadblocks and relationships. Lessons learned from a lifetime of navigating roadblocks and building relationships. Written and narrated by James Patrick Hutton. Let's get started with my dedication. I dedicate this book to my granddaughter Marlise. I've been thinking about the world that you would inherit. I know that like every generation before you, your life will be filled with excitement, opportunity, disappointment, and challenges that neither of us can yet imagine. I wish I could be there to help you through those difficult times. But I also know that one day you'll have to face many of life's roadblocks on your own. And that is why I wrote this book. These pages are not simply the story of my career. They're the story of lessons that life taught me over nearly 8 decades. Lessons that were learned through failure as often as success, through disappointment as often as achievement, and through perseverance far more often than talent. Always remember, Marlise, that life is not a journey you make alone. The people you meet, the friendships you build, the respect you show others, and the reputation you earn will often open doors that ability alone can never. Treat everyone with kindness and respect, even those with whom you disagree or may not particularly like. You never know who will one day become a friend, a mentor, a customer, a colleague, or the person who changes the direction of your life. Everything that follows happened nearly 80 years ago. Every chapter taught me something. Some lessons were easy, many were difficult, but each one helped shape the person I became.